Teaching truly is an incredible career. Every day you get to see the impact you have on students' lives. Now, I'm sure all of us can look back at school and remember one or two or maybe more teachers that had a big influence on our lives, whether it be as role models, mentors, someone that taught us something that we never realised we loved, and we found out a passion for something and it ended up influencing and impacting our lives. I think students at high school are really searching for something they can do in the future that is challenging, rewarding, and makes a difference. I'm constantly impressed by how many students want to help address the biggest problems in the world using the skills and knowledge they're developing. Agriculture teaching, I think, is so incredibly important in this context. Over the next 50 years, we have to feed 2 to 3 billion more people in the world, and we have to do it with the impact of climate change, land degradation. We have to do it on less land, and we have to become more efficient at doing it. There is so much interest in these challenges amongst students of this generation. So many of them are really keen to take on these challenges head on, but they need to be inspired to do so. They need to be told what the problems are, shown what the skills are needed, and pointed in the right direction. Many, if not most, students go through school spending the time deciding what they're good at, what they're interested in, and how they can make a difference in the world. Currently, there's a significant shortage of agriculture teachers throughout New South Wales and Australia. There's plenty of students who are willing to do agriculture, but they go through school without having any impact or any influence in agriculture, simply because there's not enough teachers.
Agriculture is a passion of mine. It's been a passion since I was a young child. For me, farming is a part of my blood. All my family were farmers for many, many generations, but funnily enough, agriculture for me started in my peri-urban backyard in the Hills District growing tomatoes with my grandfather. So it just proves you don't have to come from a rural background if you want to teach agriculture.
Many people mistakenly think that they have to come from the land to be able to study agriculture. If you've been lucky enough to experience a rural upbringing, then it definitely prepares you for the challenges the industry brings. But some of the country's brightest agricultural minds started their journeys many kilometres away from the bush.
So I started my agricultural teaching journey at what was formerly known as the Hawkesbury Agricultural College, which then became University of Western Sydney, and I studied a Bachelor of Animal Science and I majored in equine studies and agriculture. And then what I decided to do was to go out into the field, so I worked in marketing for a year and decided that I wanted to do teaching. So then I went and did a graduate diploma in education at the University of New England in Armidale.
The best way to become a teacher in agriculture is to have a degree or qualification in the related field. This could be in agriculture, agri-food systems, food technology, animal science, or even science with the appropriate elective units. Following that, you would need to complete a Masters in Education. You could be teaching in a classroom within 4 to 5 years. However, you also have the ability to work in the industry and gain valuable experience in as little as 3 years.
So being an agriculture teacher has lots of extra benefits on top of normal teachers. You get the opportunity to teach inside and outside the classroom, so you're definitely not restricted to a space or a textbook. But more importantly, you get to engage with the students at a different level. You are teaching them stuff that will be relevant for their everyday lives.